This is the Insta360 Luna 3900 RMB, which is less than 600 US dollars. That's right. This thing is now priced at 600 US dollars and it's out tonight. And I want to give you my first honest impressions and some of the features that I think it's good and some of the features I think worth improving, especially versus the new Pocket 4 and the Pocket 4 Pro that's coming out. Speaking of which, I will be purchasing both to give you an honest review. So none of these NDA created review BS, 100% honest, the good, the bad, because I want to give you as a consumer what you deserve, because right now it is the best time to get a vlog camera. Since you know the price, let's talk about it. In the States, it will be a lot more expensive because of taxes and import and thank you Trump, but it is around $750 for the basic pack, which is, this is what I have now. If you have the combo pack, it's gonna cost you close to $950. This is a confirmed pricing, by the way. So not cheap, but I believe DJI Pro or the extra version is similar in pricing. What do you get for that price? Well, for the basic pack, this is the box that you get. You also get this extra grip that's very similar to the Pocket. This serves one purpose only, and that's for the 1/4" mount. It does come with a little mini tripod. I mean, it's better than nothing. I could probably break this on the heavy load, but it's better than nothing. You get a little strap that you can hook up onto your case, which I think is probably one of the best designed protective cases out there. Much better than the Pocket 4 case and the Pocket 3, where it protects both the gimbal and the screen itself. So if you've been watching my stories, I've been giving you daily updates. This is no surprise. You also get a USB Type-C and a foam. The foam is for wind noise reduction. So if you look on the back of the Luna, this is the microphone and there is a foam padding for noise reduction. Not the best, but it works, I guess. So how does it feel? It's very good. It's about 230 grams, so a little bit heavier than the Pocket 4, but it's expected given the size of the camera. The Pocket 4 Pro is actually quite heavy as well. Ergonomically, this is not top heavy. The Pocket 4 Pro is. I actually like the feeling of this one. It's pretty well centered in your palms and it feels quite good. Right now, it's paired to my Mic Pro. Speaking of which, this is able to pair both the Mic Pro and the Mic Air without a receiver. So you can see here, that's from my microphone, it automatically pairs. A couple of design features I think Insta360 has done a good job. Number one, these two custom buttons are well placed. On the Pocket 4 Pro, they're under the screen. So once you have the screen tilt vertical, you no longer have access to these buttons. Whereas on the Luna, it's actually on your screen, so you can always press this. The second design is this rocker button. One tap to zoom in, one tap to zoom in again. Now, if you want a slider, you just hold it and it will zoom in automatically. One thing I would like to see improve is right now, the zoom in is very linear, so it's very artificial. Rather, I would like to see a bit of ease in and ease out. So that way it feels a lot more smoother. Couple of specs and settings. This thing does shoot in 8K 30 FPS, which is pretty crazy for a camera this size. It's got two sensors. This is the 1-inch sensor, and you also have a 1/1/3 on the zoom lens. The main camera at 20mm and the zoom is at 60mm. But what's really impressive is the focal distance on the main camera is only 9mm. So you can shoot some really crazy close-up shots. The other couple of features that I really like is Dolby Vision. So if you're someone who's a beginner and you just want to shoot someone without color grading and you want some really nice colors, Dolby Vision or Dolby Digital is the way to go. You set it and you forget it and it comes out really natural. If you want, you could shoot in log. There's iLog in this camera that shoots 10-bit 4:2:0. I believe this is the first time an Insta camera shoots a log with 10-bit. Another thing you're wondering is probably, does it shoot vertically 4K? The answer is no. Just like the 4P and the Pocket 4, it only shoots vertical at 3K. This is the same on the Pocket 4 and 4 Pro. So unfortunately, that's what you get. But now Luna have realized that a lot of people who likes to shoot their camera shoot it this way. So did you see the gimbal? It automatically tilts and adjusts vertical like this. And to make the whole user experience a little bit better, they've actually made a dedicated UI just for vertical shooting. So see that? That's really good. This is not available on the Pocket, and I think this is a great, user interface experience for someone who likes to shoot vertically. In addition, it does have 1:1, so the equivalent of OpenGate, but only at 3K. So At least it gives you the option that you can post crop horizontally or vertically if you wanted to. I think another draw card here, I want to really emphasize on the actual camera itself. This is not just a label like a lot of other brands who just put Hasselblad on a camera. This is actually co-developed with Leica. The amount of anti-reflection, ghosting, and quality on these lenses are actually top notch. From what I've seen so far at night, it's actually really good. Speaking of night shooting, this is the only camera that shoots 4K 60 FPS. The Pocket 4 right now, and I believe the 4P only shoots at 30 FPS. It doesn't shoot 4K 240 FPS. The Pocket 4 does, the Pocket 4P Pro most likely will. So if you want super slow-mo, go for the Pocket 4 Pro. And finally, it's probably my favorite, is the accessories and the features, in particular the detachable screen. This becomes a Bluetooth device that you can control your gimbal, like what I'm seeing right now. So I can, turn this just by rotating this, and I can, double tap the screen and it will automatically follow me. I can move just like this, and it's gonna track me, all with a touch of a button. One caveat though, there is a bit of latency and also quality. Look, right now it's saying weak, I don't know if you can see, weak signal, but recording unaffected, and it goes away. So you wouldn't have this, really further long away and to control. I mean, I've had it for about 2 meters and it works just fine. Tracking is really good. Another good thing is, look, I can turn this off and it shuts off, right? And I can turn this back on and it will wake up the gimbal. So I can do this remotely, and if I want to save power, I can turn this off and then turn this back on. I will be giving you an in-depth review on this, on sponsors, so I'm going to give you a lot of genuine actual reviews, night tests, comparisons with the Pocket 4 Pro as well. Any questions, anything you want me to test during this period, let me know so I can answer you. I read all my DMs and I try to get as much information as I can to you guys on Instagram. Until then, let me play with this and I'll see you in the next one.